Good morning.
Good morning, Phil. It's your turn.
Yes, sir. Chair Cooper, members of the board, we've been through a significant winter storm. The sleet, freezing rain, and bitter cold created challenging conditions across most of our state. I'm proud to report that we at LCRA prepared well in advance, and we were ready when the temperature started to drop. Most importantly, our employees kept safety first throughout the event, helping to keep the power flowing and keeping each other safe. Employees from across our organization performed admirably throughout Winter Storm Fern. Leading up to the storm, business units and support staff prepared and staged resources to be ready for the event. As the storm unfolded, we already had employees on site in our critical facilities and staying near remote transmission areas 24 hours a day. Business units and support functions coordinated closely before and throughout the event to make sure our operations groups had all the support they needed to immediately address any challenges that arose during the storm. Teams resolved complex issues very quickly and always with safety top of mind to help make sure our power kept flowing for the people we serve. In addition to preparing for the ice and extreme cold, our wholesale power team also prepared for very high load conditions. We were ready to support the grid with our fossil fuel and hydroelectric plants and purchase power. Our generation plant availability during the event was very high, including the new Timmerman power plant, and we quickly resolved issues that may have arisen. We communicated on a daily basis with our wholesale power customers to keep them up to date on market conditions and weather forecast. And we warned both wholesale power and transmission customers of false information and phishing attempts by malicious actors trying to take advantage of the storm. Thanks to our generation and training team's preparations, our wholesale power rates remained unaffected by the storm, and that's a really big deal. I'm going to give our guys a shout out. Turning to transmission, we had crews staged across the state handling issues as they arose. The storm caused 18 transmission outages in our service area that our team addressed quickly, resulting in total customer outage duration of just over 3 hours in total throughout the event. Transmission staff performed critical work in the field to balance system load across key equipment in the Buchanan area, and staff traveled to the Big Hill and Kendall substations late Sunday night to support restoration in that area after another electric utility had completed its field repairs. Throughout the event, transmission supported the grid and other business units at LCRA, including our generation facilities. In many ways, we were fortunate in that most of the precipitation fell as sleet instead of freezing rain. While the heavy sleet had a significant impact on roads and vehicles, it had less of an impact on our transmission lines. Had the precipitation been freezing rain with accumulations up to ½ inch as the forecast, we could have had a very different story. On the water side of our business, our team had staff on site at our dams along the Highland Lakes around the clock to quickly address any issues that arose. As you know, we typically move water downstream to meet water supply needs through hydroelectric turbines, creating power along the way. We planned ahead so we can make water supply releases and generate power when the grid needed it the most. All of our in-service generating units and our dams were available throughout the storm. That's another great job by the hydro guys and water. Telecommunications also were prepared for the storm. We experienced only minor network issues during the storm, and outages were protected by backup paths as designed. Field staff remained available 24 hours a day to respond as needed. So Telecom did a great job. Now, of all the events that took place in the event, or all the things that took place in the event, we had people staying in our parks. I just say that again. Every time we have a call, and I think Mark had like 30 people were staying in the parks. Now, a lot of those are Matagorda. But if you were in parks up this way, you got the hero award because you're really committed to your park time. So I don't think anybody was in a tent, Margo, right? Maybe not. But I think we had people in cabins. They had a good time, but it was cold. We kept in close communication with them, and our staff made sure they were safe. So a good shout out to our staff for what they did. Our support groups also provided exceptional service to our business units throughout the event. For example, our facilities team quickly diagnosed and solved an HVAC issue at Redmond Center, where a hydroelectric Operations Control Center team is located. The solution kept our hot team from having to work in a very cold building as temperatures continued to fall outside. Facilities also spread more than 1 ton, I'll say more than 1 ton of ice melt to help keep critical pathways safe to staff, members, and facilities throughout our service territory. Our fleet team ensured more than 40,000 gallons of fuel was available to staff responding to this event. And the team coordinated delivery of a 4-wheel drive vehicles that our wholesale power staff team could use at different plant sites during the storm. In addition to facilities and fleet, other teams supporting our business units throughout the event included insurance, supply chain, public safety, communication, digital services, cybersecurity, safety, and emergency management. We had a lot of folks involved. Everyone involved, whether performing work in the field or from their homes, did a tremendous job in the face of very challenging conditions. I can't emphasize enough of how proud I am of the team we are at LCRA who step up to help each other and the people of Texas. So proud of them. Thank you all. Please recognize LCRA employees. And that, Chair Cooper, members of the board, concludes my report. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. I mean, I think I echo thoughts and words of the board to thank Phil and all the staff. I mean, we're such a big part. I get such a kick about going around and telling people that I work for you, that this is owned by the citizens of the state of Texas, and what y'all do is such a big part of it. We're a big part of the whole state, and doing what y'all do is incredible. And again, unless there's any other words, I just want to say thank you, each and every one of y'all. So again, one more round. Thank you very much for all you do.